Correct. Yeah, I think a lot of people may not know this, but in September, I believe it was, end of August, the Attorney General had a deadline for mortgage brokers in the state of Indiana. If you didn't have a license, you had to provide it at a certain time period just a few months ago, and something like 85% of the mortgage brokers in Indiana suddenly were out of business, at least temporarily. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. And Kyle Pierre, can you tell me also, we've been talking a lot on this program about House Bill 1001. Do you have any thoughts on that? You know, what are your thoughts as far as whether you think it would work, or are you happy with it? The property tax issue, what are your thoughts?
Okay, well, here are my thoughts, not speaking directly to 1001, but here are my thoughts about property taxes. It seems to me that if we rely on the random judgment of appraisers to determine values of homes, we're always going to run into problems. We believe, certainly I believe, in a much simpler, again, more transparent form of determining the value of a home and the value that should be taxed. And we think it should be a factor simply based on the square footage of the structure.
Aha, so you would just simplify the whole process.
That's right, and land would be the same way.
That's interesting.
Keep it very straightforward, very simple.
Fascinating. Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that. It's actually a very interesting idea.
Thank you.
And so when you go out and about in the community, and I assume you've done some of the, you know, whether it's American Legion or invites that you've had from different groups.
Yes.
And you talk to people. Have you been door knocking, or have you been calling people? How have you been running your campaign?
I've been very well received. On the one hand, as I mentioned off camera, I'm very conservative, so people understand that. I have some understanding of farming and farmers' issues, and people understand that. I interact well with union members, certainly of the building trades, because they understand that now, going forward, they have to become their own marketers. They have to improve their skills where necessary, and they have to market their own abilities and their own advantages to the consumer, so the consumer understands why they should prefer the union workmen, union craftsmen. But in addition to that, they also appreciate that I'd like to see more entrepreneurs, and really many tradesmen are entrepreneurs, whether it be the plumber. He has to, market himself. He has to go in and do the work. He has to guarantee that work.
Yes, and certainly Joe the plumber came up in the presidential campaign just recently.
Right. So I think that's something that we can do that's very inexpensive, that will improve the lives of everyone. That is, impart more intellectual capital to people. Get the average entrepreneur to understand how to not just do the books and maintain his business to meet all the legal requirements, the cascade of legal requirements that we have, and that's something that I would like to see changed. But also how to actually make the business better and make it grow year over year, and make it more bulletproof in times of trouble like we're in now.
And so how would you legislate that from Indianapolis?
Well, again, something we can do is improve not just the tools. A lot of the tools are in place. They're just in disparate locations. There's Ivy Tech. There's the Purdue campus. We have an entrepreneur center here, if not more than one. But they're not working together right now. And then in addition to that, we have these pools of people with skills, and we can encourage their entrepreneurial spirit through introductory classes. Again, that's something we can do at a very little cost, because most of the tools are already in place.
Very interesting. So I guess one of the questions I have, and we have about 5 minutes left, and I'm going to give you the floor, Kyle Pierre, who's running for District 9 State Representative as a Libertarian. Why Libertarian?
Well, again, I've pretty much been a Libertarian all my life, and certainly philosophically.
And what does that mean for somebody who may not really understand the party?
In one word, it means freedom.
Okay.
We believe that the role of government is to protect the freedom of its citizenry, and beyond that, the citizens should have the ability to pursue whatever lifestyle they want. For me, libertarians, as individuals and again as a philosophy, provide clear solutions based on fundamental principles like the Constitution, right? Instead of trying to heap laws and and keep things on the books, and again create more problems ultimately.
You believe going back to the Constitution.
Keep things simple, absolutely. But beyond that, I don't think that the government should dictate one's lifestyle. I believe in a hierarchy of accountability. And for me, that hierarchy of accountability starts with God, has family and culture next, neighborhood or community after that, school, job, and government. So the government's role in my life, in my family's life, should be minimal.
Well, thank you for that excellent explanation. And we've been here on Election Perspective talking to Kyle Pierre Nfr. I said it right the third time, didn't I? Who's running for State Rep District 9 as a Libertarian. And so as we do for everyone, Kyle, I would like you to look into that camera, speak directly to the voters, and say whatever you wish right to them.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. I thank you for tuning into this program and listening to what I have to say and perhaps learning a little bit about me. As I mentioned, I'm not a career politician. What I am is a problem solver. I've been a problem solver all my life. I think what I bring to the table is sound judgment. I am doing things that I'd like to see more people do. We're involved in renewable energy on the farm. We make biodiesel. We produce our own energy. We process our own gray water and maintain all those resources with an idea of being more sustainable and maintaining greater control of our lives. We as libertarians believe that the individual should have the opportunity to pursue whatever lifestyle he chooses. That is the real American way. It's the way of the pioneer. It's the way of the pilgrim. In each case, individuals decided that they wanted to seek a different life, and they gathered their belongings, they gathered their wits, and they went out into the frontier. Again, that's very libertarian, and that's very American. I would like to ask for your vote. I am committed to being a servant of the people, for the people, remaining accessible to you. Our farm is on 400 North, and I encourage you to stop by any time. Please vote for me on November 4th. Thank you.
Well, KP, I want to thank you for joining us here on Channel 97. And remember, as always, you can always click on to alco.org, and you can see Kyle Pierre Nfr's interview at any time. He's running for State Representative District 9 on the Libertarian Party. For Alco TV, Bart Lombard, myself, Donna Kavanaugh, thanks for watching. See you next time.